the Facebook Live 333rd. Australia police persecuted me and my children. Today is 8 June 26, 2021. I write down the important things happened in psycho section in St. Vincent Hospital from May 19th to June 17th to this year. Now I read them in English. Wednesday, May 19th, the judge asked me to go to the hospital to see a doctor, but they did not allow me leaving. I sat on the sofa on the psychiatric department and sleep all night because the hospital's door is locked. I can't get out. Thursday, May 20th, I didn't eat lunch and dinner yesterday, and I did not eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner today. I only drink water for 2 days. At night, I was taken to the level 5 and locked up with the mental illness patients. These people seems to be mild mentally illness. Friday, May 21st, the nurse asked me eaten mental psychiatric medicine, but I refused it. They threatened me to give me an injection if I didn't take it. Saturday, May 22nd, the nurse threatened me to take psychiatric medicine, but I still refused. They threatened to call security guys to come and tie me. I opened the Facebook Live broadcast. Finally, there were 4 security guys came when they rushed to grab my mobile phone. They were actually taken into the camera and posted to the world. The 4th security guys held my hands, pushed and forced me into the room very hard, forced me onto the mattress on the floor, and then gave me psychiatric injection on the buttock. After the injection, I was locked in a more seriously ill area. I fell asleep 3 minutes after the injection. This is the first injection. I also had pain in my arm for 2 days. Sunday, May 23rd, I didn't get an injection today, and they did not force me to take the psychiatric medicine. Monday, May 24th, for the second time, the security guys pushed me down and the nurses gave me an injection. Thursday, May 25th, They come to force the injection again. I am yelling to them. Justin wrote, no more injection. Nurse Justin wrote, no more injection, and asked me to stop yelling. This is the third time to push me down for injection. Afterwards, I feel my wrist was sore. Wednesday, May 26th, the courier nurse said that I only need to take a tiny of little bit of tablets. I refused it. At later, the nurses came to force me onto the ground and gave me an injection. This is the fourth injection. I realized that my 10 fingers are shaking. I tell nurse. The nurse asked me, how about my kidney feels? I say that I feel pain. Thursday, May 27. For the fifth time, I am forced to have the injection, and they draw my blood. Friday, May 28. At noon, 7 to 8 nurses raided me and gripped my body and forced me for injection. This is the sixth injection. Later, the doctor said that my kidney is impairment, and they gave me the mental injection once a week. Saturday, May 29th. In the morning, the workers put on the TV boxes. The patient can watch Middle Eastern shows very well, but I can't watch English TV news anymore. In the morning, the nurse asked me how about give me a psychiatric medicine tablets. I asked her that the doctor already said stop give it to me. Doesn't he? He left without answer. The patient's number decreased a lot today. The patients who saw me yelling for a long time, they have been go home on the 25th. Maybe the hospital is afraid that they would spread these things out. On they will hear or sin again. The nurse controlled me and forcing me to get an injection. I screamed. So let them quick go home. To be honest, I feel that they are not patients at all, and the two patients I knew were soon released to home. It must be that they don't want them to talk to me in English. Right now, there are many patients who talk to themselves. Today, I was sorting my written down and found the note "No more injection" written by the nurse was missing. The nurse came to ask me for blood test in the afternoon because they worried something wrong with me. I refused it and told him that I don't have the sickness and my illness is caused by injection. The female patient who deliberately brought things to assist me, they were immediately released home. Probably they found that it is a good way that can go home immediately. Sunday, May 30. Today, the number of the patients has decreased a lot, and more of them are newcomers. Fear that these are patients who really need to treat. Previously, most of the people who came in were normal, only come in because they were angry and smashed things. Some of them, the police let them choose to go to jail or here. Of course, they chose here because here is much safer and more comfortable than jail, but the space is small and lost freedom. At night, the nurse came and told me to take medicine, and I went again. They also asked me to take psychiatric medicine, but I refused. They did not give me normal medicine. I went back to my room. They came to me later and asked me, "How's it going?" I said, "Of course, I am good." At 12 o'clock in the midnight, when I heard the silent sound, I suddenly remembered that I had only heard it 3 times in the 11 days, about here 1 time in 4 days also. In campus, I heard about it 4 times per day. The difference between the two is 16 times. Previously, when I lived in Canterbury, the silent sound is even more ridiculous. It is 9 times per day, sometimes 15 times per day. The difference is from 66 to 60 times. Monday, May 31st. Today, the number did not give me a psycho injection or ask me to take medicine tablets. Wednesday, June 2nd, at room, Dr. Vincent called, and 2 students, Chimo and Jinris Ho, came to me. Dr. Vincent asked me to delete Facebook videos of wearing hospital psychiatric uniform. I replied, "If you don't force me to get a psycho medicine injection later on, I can delete it. Do you agree?" Yes. He did not agree. I refused his request. I also say that the hospital is not a prison. Nurses have no reason to take my mobile phone away. He replied he would tell the nurses, but the nurses did not listen to him. Now, I also know why those people with no mental problem was led home by the hospital. Right now, the patients were unable to be witnesses in court here because they are real mental illness patients. This morning, the nurse refused to give my mobile and the hospital's phone to handle the rent and contacted my friends. They asked me to first delete the videos on Facebook that showed me viewing hospital cycle customers, and then they will give my mobile. I refused to delete it. I told them that it is a video that my friends posted in order to protect my life safety in the hospital. A few days ago, workers came to install the TV box. Now, the patients stopped watching TV news and start to watch the entertainment programs in the TV box. I having the TV news to watch. This is the programs of installing a TV box. Fortunately, 2 days later, the patient knew that I need to watch TV news. When TV news starts, they initiatively let me watch it. Thank all patients. At 5:20 in the morning, the nurse looked at the glass window of my door. I woke up and opened the door. I couldn't see anyone, which way made me unable to sleep. Later, I told the nurse about it. There was a male nurse say that he did it because he can't see my head. Bullshit. Bullshit, I say. Wednesday, June 2nd, they asked me to delete Facebook videos of viewing hospital psychiatric customers, but I refused. I told them that they illegally asked for security guys to control and forced me onto the ground, and then a few nurses jabbed me psychiatric injection. I screamed. It damaged my vocal cords badly. This is a hospital, not a jail. They did on me is illegal. So, after that things, the hospital quickly released some people with the ability to be witnesses to home and no longer custody them. The rest patients are genuine mental illness of patients who are not qualified to be witnesses. They forced to jab me an injection. After a few days, it caused damage to my kidney and body, including my hand shaking, nose bleeding, and eyesight become worse and worse. My symptoms became better after they stopped injection for a few days. I told the nurses that my friend helped me posting the video to Facebook in order to protect my life safety in the hospital. 2. Last time, the nurse cheated me to delete this video on YouTube. She said that after deleting it, they would return my mobile phone to me. I agreed to delete it, but my mobile still not returned to me. So I still don't have a mobile to use. 3. After the nurse forced the injection last time, there is a nurse wrote down a guarantee that they won't force the injection again later on, but they lie. They forced me to jab the injection again, then stole the note that promised me no more injection. 4. Because the first article mentions those who have minor crimes, they were sent home after being locked up here for a few days. So it became like yesterday's situations here. There are nurses. Numbers are as almost the same as psychiatric patients. It also reminded me that some people came to help me deliberately and were immediately let go, as if I have become their lifesaver. 5. Very strong in these few days. They feel the pigeon with food in this small yard, a place that was originally clean and breathable, what has become full of pigeon shit. You have to wash the walk on the ground and read the English newspaper to prevent you from step on the pigeon shit. Australia is still in the period of the COVID-19. Why do they still attract pigeons into this small space and are not afraid of getting COVID-19? Wednesday, June 9th, in the morning, Dr. Vincent Kong came to see me and he said they will let me go home, but I was given a cycle injection every 4 weeks. I refused his request. I may not be able to get out. Maybe I will be killed in the mental illness hospital. Now the really sick mental patients are locked up here, and the nurses don't care. The TV program is still on at 11:30 at night, and the sound is very loud. I don't know why. Thursday, June 10th. Dr. Vincent asked me, did the prosecutor see the report of this psychiatrist and psychologist in year 2003? I said they did not, and the prosecutors refused to give me trial. Dr. Vincent said they will let me out, but I have to come to the hospital for an injection every 4 weeks. I refused the request. I don't know how they are going to do. Friday, June 11th in the morning, I had just returned to my room. 7:08 female nurses rushed into my room and grabbed me to inject. I screamed and resisted, but it doesn't work. In the afternoon, Dr. Vincent came to me and told me that I will be released at the court next week, but that I would be given an mental illness injection every 4 weeks. I am not interested in it. It is normal to hear the silence once for 3 or 4 days. Unlike previously, I lived in Canterbury area, where I can hear the silence sound 8 to 9 times a day, or even as high as 15 times a day. My friend say that there is only one silence sound every day now. Note: I'm back home right now in campus area this time and rarely heard the silence sound. Saturday, June 12th. Tinnitus many times today. It starts from yesterday. This tinnitus happened in both ears. I haven't had it before come in here. I have often tinnitus since I am jabbed mental illness injection. I am very worried about its side effects. Hope doesn't become deaf. Saturday, June 13, I rode up with numbness of right foot last night. I am worried about the side effects of injection cause paralysis of the right side of the body. Nurses suddenly gave me today's English newspaper today. She even gave me yesterday's newspaper. Nurses have blocked Yahoo Taiwan on the internet yesterday. nurses unblock it today, so later I can watch the Taiwan news. Today I suddenly hear someone in the hospital publicly tell me not to give up. I am so touched. There are also nurses who say cheer to me, but they dare not say it publicly. Monday, June 14th. Nurses don't allow me using the hospital phone. The nurse said to ask the doctor tomorrow. This is the rubbish words. Before, when Dr. Vincent asked them to allow me use my mobile phone, they still didn't allow. Tuesday, June 15th, to protest to the doctor, write the big words, I need a mobile phone. The nurse must come every day to ask me if I want to take the vitamin I brought myself, because they made me a hard time, so I do not certainly need to eat my health products, what I bought self. Only 2 occasions, the nurse even brought vitamins to my room for me and asked me to eat. Really couldn't understand. Now I finished to read on the word here from May 19th to June 17th, nearly 1 month. When I was in psycho section in the St. Vincent hospitals, I just say the psychiatrist doctor, they knew, and the nurses, they knew my mental is quite normal. I don't have mental disorder problem. So my mental health, same as the doctors, same as the nurse. All of them knew it. But why they fabricated me to be a psycho? This is a very, very evil things they made. Like Dr. Bullen, Dr. Matthew asked me, psychiatrist Matthew Bullen, Matthew asked me, what do you think? Why we do it on you? I say, this is just mission. I don't want to use the words to say to them, but finally I say, the world's mission, because hospital force you to fabricate me to be a psycho. Otherwise, hospital will fire you. That's all. Because I say my brother-in-law, who is a doctor in Taiwan, but now my doctor-in-law already died. Yeah. But this time, he is in Taiwan. He is a doctor. So I knew hospital system. So, like me, everything is fine. And my mental doesn't have any problem. That means I'm not a psycho. But they force me. They want me to be a psycho patient. And then later on, I can't do any protector industry. Like today, and a couple of days ago, I do the TikTok live. But they all know I do the TikTok live. But finally, they delete TikTok officers. They delete my TikTok live. I can't get a record of them. So this is very tricky. So I have to use my Facebook to do live again. Okay, today we finish here.